Hi, friends. It's Donna with AK Gal Stamps. Let's try and move that. Hey, that's better. Huh. Everything was so fuzzy. Hi, friends. It's Thursday night, and you're with Donna and AK Gal Stamps. I'm a crafter in Springfield, Ohio, and it's cold, but that's okay. I like cold weather. My saying is I can always add on layers, but in the summertime, there's only so much I can take off before I get arrested. So that's how it goes. So I hope y'all are doing well. It's like, man, there's so much getting ready to go. Start, I think on the 25th, we've got a Black Friday sale with Stampin' up to 40% off on some things, 25% off some stuff. So, wow, I can't wait to see what all it is. Hi, Tracy. And December 1st through the 9th is a sale on the Paper Pumpkin subscriptions for 3 months, 6 months, or a year. And I know that the 3 month you save $20. That's practically a kit. So anyway, that's a great sale. So yeah, fun stuff. And who doesn't like a good Black Friday sale? Yeah. Well, I'm gonna flip the camera get that there situated. Hello, Susan. So I was really tied trying to decide what I was going to do because I've got a couple things going on, this weekend. Well, tomorrow night is my team gathering, and those ladies are such a hoot. We have so much fun. So we've got that going on. That's easy. That is so easy. All I got to do is make a dessert. We're all doing a shoebox swap. Trying to get some glue off here. So that'll be neat to see what the ladies come up with. I know it's new for them, but new things stretch us, so they will hopefully have some fun with that. And then Saturday, I've got a crafting event at my church, so looking forward to it. But I was going through my shoebox of templates because I'll make a card with retired paper. And, I saw this one. I thought, I can't remember the last time I did this card. So I thought, okay, we're going to do this card. So my first official card, I used which I just found it, Jolly Delivery. It has all the animals in the paper. And that's a cute card. And I'm not even sure what that is. Is that supposed to be a rat? I don't think it's a possum, but hard telling. I got to be up close and personal with a possum on Tuesday. That was fun. Very fun. Then the second card I did, I just decided to use my favorite paper in the traditional Christmas stuff. So I made this card. And I heat embossed, and I realized I think my heat embossing powder is getting old because it didn't quite heat emboss correctly. So I guess I need to order some because it didn't want to work. So, and I thought, well, what am I going to do? And I'm looking at my paper trying to decide, what have I not used? And okay, I went so fast into Christmas, I didn't use this beautiful autumn paper. So it's like, okay, it is technically autumn. So even though I'm talking about putting my Christmas stuff up, we are going to make a card with this. And I can't tell you who I got this from because I probably have had that template for 8 years or close to that. It's been a hot minute. But you need a base that is 5.5 by 6.25, and it's scored at 2. Okay. And you're going to need another base of another color that is 8.25 by 5.25, scored at 4 and an 8, because that's going to go here. Okay, like that. You're going to need designer series paper. You're going to need a piece that is 3 3/4 by, did I say 3 3/4 by 5? That goes right here. Okay, right there. Although I think I changed it. I think I made it because I think that at 5 it was a little too much. So this one is actually 3 3/4 by 4 7/8. So yeah, that's a stupid by stupid number. I know. Nobody likes those eighths measurements. The other piece is a side panel that's 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. So I use the glitzy paper right here. This is basic beige. That is Cajun Craze. What I really liked about this bundle, couple things. I mean, I like the color, but I love this die. I love this, and this is what it does. And I almost thought about, instead of doing the DSP, putting that on there, but I talked myself out of it. This is pumpkin pie. So, but I have this one I just ink blended on a piece of paper, and then I did this one. But that is probably too big. But anyway, that was a thought that I had originally, was to put this on the front of this, but then I decided not to. I thought, well, the image. I just will not. Hi, Deanne. It's a hedgehog. There you go, a hedgehog. Didn't get to see a hedgehog at this zoo. We went to Westminster Zoo in Shelby, Ohio. It was about 2 hours from us. Oh my gosh, we got to see a couple humongous pigs. We saw the second largest owl in the world. I can't remember where it's from, because virtually none of these are from Ohio or even in the United States. Because I think the otters that they had, very small. Definitely not an Alaskan otter, because they are huge. These little guys, they were brown and very petite, small. I think they were from South America somewhere. I don't remember, but we got to play with those. Fed a raccoon. We got to see an ostrich. Ostriches, yeah, they have the brain size of a walnut, and their intelligence is probably less than that. It was trying to eat the metal on its cage. So fed some horses, got to pet a zebra, donkeys, goats. Um, we got to see Highland cows. They have, like, gosh, I don't know, 6 Highland cows. Got to see those. Got to pet some kangaroos. The ones they have are red kangaroos, but to me they look like they were kind of gray. One was extremely social, and gosh, we just saw so many animals. It was amazing. It was amazing. Had a great time. The big thing is we went there because they have capybaras, and that's my granddaughter's like favorite animal. And I was surprised that capybaras, their hair is not like a thick, soft coat. It's very coarse. They're the size of a larger small dog. I mean, they came up to my knees, and they weren't even full grown. My favorite was an albino skunk that they had. Her name was, I think, Violet, and she was white, and she had like a champagne streak down the back. Just gorgeous, and she loved to cuddle. And we got to hold a armadillo. I didn't do that, but I know my son-in-law did, and I think my daughter did too. Anyway, it was really cool experience if you live in Ohio to go do that. So we will continue on. So I glued this pretty paper on here on the outside. This piece is going to go here. And I need to use my bone folder because I don't think I smushed this. But I'm really surprised I haven't used this. I think I'm going to have to use this paper for my Saturday class at a church. So I'm doing that on Saturday. Trying to think of simple things to do with people who are not stampers. I used to be that, so I totally get that. So this gets glued in here. Nothing, no special mechanisms for this, just some layers. I like the cards that you can do that use up like a whole maybe 5 1/4 by 12 piece of designer series paper if you have a lot left. those are always great cards to use up your DSP. There you go. There's that. I don't think I cut anything for the inside. I don't think I did. I did color this acorn, and this is why I like this set. I just like the images. They stamp really well, and I just like to color them. So I stamped in Memento, and if you don't know this, this is it's a white pad. Our white pigment ink pads do not come inked, and you can buy this and get a Memento refill, and it works so much better than the regular pad. I'll show you the difference. If you get Memento ink, because I even see it sold at Michael's and Hobby Lobby. It comes like this. It's a very hard pad, and it dries out quickly because it's not foam. This was a game changer, and plus I feel like I get a better image. But I'm doing this. I did die cut out of the gold. I did die cut some leaves that I'm going to add on. Does anybody like to color? I know Tracy likes to color. I just love to color, and I just didn't bring everything that I need, but that's okay. I think I'm going to use, no, not this size. This is pumpkin. I think my friend Maria, she's a really good color, and she's in Costa Rica with her family right now. She's I think, is it Crafting with Maria? Creating with Maria? She's a really good color. Really good. I think I color maybe a step up from a third grader. I'm not sure about that. I'm not going to try and do a real detailed thing with this. But I do like coloring. It's a nice pastime. I think maybe I will use, let's try Light Cajun Craze for some dark. Have you ever tried to pull your alcohol marker? This is a Stampin' Blend, and it brings the whole tip out. Oh man, I've done that. I have done that, and yeah, I got ink all over myself. It takes me forever to get it fixed, and then I just end up ordering another one because it's just not going to work for me, and I have very little patience. So let's see. Oh, hi Kay. Hi Cindy. I'm going to have to check my kits that I have for tomorrow night, because now I'm not sure, because I'm using that same simple card for one of my cards for church. And I'm like, I messed up on that one. So what do you think the chances are that I messed up on the ones for tomorrow night? Cut a panel wrong. Does anybody here like squash? I cannot stand squash. Cannot. My mom liked the little acorn squashes. Ugh. No, thank you. No, thank you. I think she put butter on it. I think. Carol likes squash. Yeah, I wish I did, because I know when I'm trying to watch, try and do lower carb stuff, squash is perfect for that. And neither one of us like it. I don't even like zucchini, unless it's in zucchini bread. If it's in zucchini bread, I like it. I just want everything sweet, I guess. I think my mom used butter on acorn squashes. I like cauliflower, go figure, but I don't like squash. Okay, so there's that. Now let's try this light. I don't know if this might be too light. Oh no, it's not. It's not. Squeaky. Easy peasy. Now, my friend Tracy here, she can make some very elaborate flowers. Very elaborate. I need a green. Let's use a Mossy Meadow. We need something for the stems, I think. Just need a little bit of that. And then a white one. That'll work. I should have told everybody a SIP card. Do you know what a SIP card is? Because a SIP card is just stamps, ink, and paper. And I bet you it's very hard for some people to do that. What colors do I want to do next? What is this? This is Calypso Coral. Okay. I think that could be a leaf. Probably not. This looks like a maple leaf, so probably not a maple. Although you do have red maples. We had a gorgeous red maple tree at our old place. It was so beautiful. And we had a really bad storm come through that had to do with a hurricane. Even though we're in Ohio, the winds came from a hurricane. And it took down that tree. It was the one at the very end. Now I'm using the light because I'm going to put some yellow on this one. Because my other two maples were yellow. The one was red. And the other two were yellow. Okay. And this should be squash. They're usually yellow, aren't they? But I feel like I need something a little darker. Let's see. Sometimes if you add the wrong color, it looks like mud. I can't remember what it looks like. Let's see. Butternut peeled, sliced, put in a jelly roll pan, brown sugar and butter pats, little water, cover with foil, bake at 350. Flip pieces. After 20 minutes, leave foil off for about 20. What kind of squash do you use, Kay? I really would like to eat some healthier things. I really would. That's all right. Okay. Let's do a little green over here. Just some little dots. And I think we will be good. I think that's good. I'm not going to do the bottom. I'll just move all those over. And I need to die cut this. I know that there's another fall set has humongous leaves. And I just didn't get it because I thought, well, I already have 2 sets. I have 2 sets of fall stuff. I don't need any more. I'm trying to give myself a breather because I know the pre-order is going on now. So if you're a demonstrator, you can order stuff. This goes like this. So I'm waiting because it's killing me with all this online exclusive stuff. And then I'll buy something that's online and then I'll see the catalog and it's like, oh, I wish I'd bought, the catalog. I wish I'd waited. So I'm kind of waiting a little bit. I ordered a bunch of kits for my kit class on. I am not situated right. Let's bring this. I am stuck. Oh, it was the tape. The tape was stuck. I'm doing a kit together on December 2nd. So I've got more kits coming in. I have got so many kits. So, because I have so many kits, I ordered that. I'm just going to kind of wait. Okay. And now we're going. Now we're going. This probably is going to need some Wink of Stella on it. That looks good. I am happy with that. This is something I probably could sit at, stamp and die cut a bunch of stuff and just sit in front of the TV and color it. I could totally do that. Totally do that. Okay, so you've got two of the base card pieces that are, this one is 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then the inside is 2 1/4 by, what is that? I can't even read my writing. 2 1/4 by 4. Okay, 2 1/4 by 4. So they're about 1/4 of an inch smaller. And then of course your whites are the corresponding. The white was 2 1/4 by 4, and this one is 2 by 3 3/4. But I did not cut anything for that. So that I need to cut. I can find some paper. What size is this? This is 4 by 5 1/4, but I don't think that's going to fit because this is smaller. My measurements originally I wrote was 3 3/4 by 5, but I think it's 3 3/4 by 4 7/8. That's what I think it is. Let me see if it fits better. Is this correct? That is correct. See how perfect that fits? Cutting off the extra eighth makes it perfect. Okay, so that goes in there. That's not what my direction said from whoever I got it from, but I am changing it. Okay, so we got that, we got that, we got that. Okay, so should we put this in the front? What should we do? I haven't made this card yet, so we have to decide. Maybe Autumn Wishes on the front. I am going to miss these rubber stamps because I feel like they stamp better. Does anybody else see that too? I really do think they stamp better. I'm going to use Early Espresso. I don't think they take as much training to stamp with as the polymer do. Because I think if you're a beginner, you tend to mush it too much. I got to push this down so I can see it. Can we be straight? Can we be straight? Can we be straight? Hey, that's not bad. Not bad. But I also realize people that are heavy-handed are going to be heavy-handed no matter what kind of stamp you're giving them to use. It just doesn't matter. I always tell them, stamp like you're kissing your grandma. That's what you need to do. Stamp like you're kissing your grandma. Okay, so we got that. That's going on there. I'm going to glue that on. So we got that. This is a pretty easy card, I think. Let's see. Pretty easy. Let's see. You have a butternut squash in the oven right now. Let's see. Oh my gosh, butternut. Okay, butternut. Now, is a butternut like this one with the pumpkins? Is that a butternut? I know the acorn's kind of the small, little dark green one. I know that's what that is. So that's going to go like that. I wish I had put some ink blending on it, but that's okay. No turning back. Now, will Vic eat that, Tracy? That's what I'm wondering. Let's see. This goes like this. Is that straight? I think that's straight. That looks good. Okay, now should we do the acorn on the front or the pumpkin on the front? What do we think? Pumpkin, acorn. Which should go on the front? Vic will eat it. Want the pumpkin or the acorn? Because I'm not sure. I put, when you die cut these, this little centerpiece comes out, so I put tear and tape on it to keep the pieces in because I wanted them in. I didn't want to see the beige paper or whatever I was going to do with it. Cindy says acorn, acorn. Kay says acorn. Right? Okay, acorn it is. But we got to do some wink. We have got to do some wink because that is just so stinking pretty. And with that paper, that is very pretty paper. When it's got gold on it, you know. Ooh, it's really pouring out. Like it's got a leak. Oh, ladies, I have got to tell you, we finally sold John's truck. I am so excited. Oh my gosh. Man, that is just too much. It's like it got a leak. I am just so happy that he sold that. Man, I wish I had something. I have some tissue paper, but I don't. Oh, I'm afraid that if I put that on there, maybe I'll get some pink. I don't want to have pink because that's pretty wet. Okay. Overkill. Okay. And so we need some dimensionals on this. Like that. I know my husband does not like cauliflower, so we can't, I don't cook like riced cauliflower because he doesn't like that. And we know that he loves rice, and rice is horrible for you if you're diabetic. He's diabetic now, so. Ooh, that is so pretty. I like it. I like it. Oh, and I know what I want. I want those brown. Maybe these. I'm not sure. Okay. Actually, I should have stuck. Maybe I should stick that right there. Yeah, I'll stick that little gold thing right there. He doesn't like cauliflower, so we can't have cauliflower rice. If I could do something with, come on, there we go. If I could do something with squash that it actually tasted good and didn't have a lot of sugar, that would be better for him. That's pretty. I like that. Okay. Now we have our second piece. The second piece was 2 1/4 by 4, and this was 2 by 3 3/4. Now, I don't think I really want to stamp anything on there, do I? I think I was going to put this on the inside, blessed to have you in my life. So maybe I will just put this pumpkin on here, but hold the phone. I wonder what's on here. What's on here? That seems like that's more Calypso coral. Let's get some Cajun Craze. Mussels. Let's get this and see what we're going to do. Because, I mean, I could do butter. Butter's okay. And I prefer butter, so I could do some butter. I do have like the Splenda, the brown sugar Splenda that I use. Like, I've been getting braver and having oatmeal. I know it's really horrible for you if you're diabetic, but it's high in fiber, high in sugar, high in fiber. So there's that. We'll put that on. We'll put this on here first. Put that on there. I feel like I need to put a word on here, but I don't want to. But I feel like it needs it. Let's see. That's good. I'm just going to glue this on. Oh, I know. I want to put this leaf on here. Yeah, I do. Oh, how am I going to do this? Do it like that. Let's put some of this on. Pull the tear and tape off if I can. Normally if I have like colored paper, I keep it off, but because it's not colored, I didn't want to have that show through. Let's see. No. Stick. There's that. So I'm thinking, you guys ever been to a Christmas cookie exchange? Let me see how this is going to work before this dries up. It can go off. It doesn't have to stay on the page. What am I worried about here? This will be my 3rd year of having a Christmas cookie exchange. And you bring 3 dozen of a cookie or like a candy or a bar, 3 dozen. And then we do a swap. So everybody you come with one kind and you leave with an assortment. And then we do a white elephant gift exchange. And that can be different depending on where you're from. I'd rather have bring something from home that you don't want, that your Aunt Ethel gave you and you really want to get rid of. That's what a white elephant gift exchange is for. You could bring something that you don't want, and everybody has something they don't want, I am sure. But that is just so much fun. They're finally getting the idea of how that works. Because you're supposed to steal presents. Hopefully there's always one. There's usually always one or 2 gifts that are really great. Like the first year, one of my friends, she's a big Christmas Village person, and she was purging stuff. And so she wanted to get rid of some of her Christmas Village stuff. Oh my gosh. Everybody wanted her stuff. That looks good. Okay. Now, blessed to have you in my life. Where is that? Right there. Okay. Yep. Everybody wanted Diane's Christmas Village stuff. And it wasn't just one thing. It was a bag. A big bag that was just full of stuff. And oh, that was really crooked. Try it again. Better. So we'll clean that. And I'm going to stamp this, but real lightly. I'm not for coloring purposes, just to have a faint look. Like that. That works. Okay, so this card is going to be done. So this will go right in here, like that. So what do you think? Do you like that? It is still fall, so I need to send out a fall card. I think that looks like it's crooked. It looks like it's straight, but it does look like it's crooked. Nuts. Well, that's going to drive me crazy. Okay, so which is your favorite? I mean, I really like this, but I love this paper. Which one's your favorite? The autumn, the red Christmas, or the pool party? Which do you like the best? You like the fall card, Tracy? I love this paper. And these are actually two different sheets. They weren't even the same sheet. But I love it. I just love this stamp set. I love the coloring. Oh, Lisa likes, everybody loves the autumn. Okay, great. Awesome. Yeah, I love this, but yeah, can you see how the heat embossing doesn't look nice and smooth? It kind of looks like it's very old, very dimpled, I think. Very dimpled. But I love this set. I do love this. This is one of my favorite Christmas stamp sets with all the ephemera. But yeah, cool. So this seems like this is the favorite. Well, thanks everyone for stopping by. And if you give this card a go, I'd love to see you share it when I share these cards. I'd love to see what everybody else comes up with. An easy card. And I'll see Cindy and Tracy tomorrow. Now, Susie likes it too. Oh, Lisa likes pool. Oh, pool party's the second. Thanks for watching, ladies. I've got to get, I mean, I have like 200 Christmas cards. So it's like, if I have your address, you're getting a Christmas card from me, whether you like it or not. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday night. And I'll see y'all next week, Monday night, 7 o'clock. Have a great one. Bye.